Does Sid need to be saved? I'm Nate, and today let's look at Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 4, Faster. Overall, I thought this episode was pretty good, despite it seemingly being a disconnected filler. But even more, I like the fact that Tech finally gets his own episode. Written by veteran Bad Batch writer Matt Michnovetz, Season 2, Episode 4 was released on January 18th, 2023 on Disney+. In this episode, Sid drags Tech, Wrecker, and Omega to the races on Safa Toma, where her ambition for success gets the gang into hot water. The episode starts on Ord Mantell, where Wrecker and Omega are playing the game of Dejarik. Wrecker loses and bets double or nothing to play again. Unlike previous episodes, where the gang starts off completing a mission, here we get this interaction, which is a foreshadow of what's to come. Despite Hunter and Echo being gone on a mission, Sid grabs Tech, Wrecker, and Omega, and they all head to Safa Toma. Once there, they find out that Sid owns a racing team with a droid named Teo as her driver. The action is fun, and the racing reminds us of the Phantom Menace and George Lucas's affinity for fast cars. We meet Malegi, a rival of Sid's, who challenges her to a race. Sid, being Sid, can't turn down the offer. The race ends with Teo and the speeder in pieces, and Sid in debt to Malegi. And thus we get to the point of the episode. Sid has put herself into bondage, both internally and externally. Internally, she is too prideful to say no to the challenge. In essence, she has lost her freedom of being, or will, at the expense of her own ambition. Externally, she's being kept by Malegi as collateral until the guys either pay off Sid's debt or win the next race. Even though this episode is a filler episode, Matt Michnovetz, the screenwriter, does a great job of weaving in the theme of this season, freedom. We all know the pitfalls of gambling and the prison that it puts people into financially and emotionally. It can be addicting and ruin lives. Teo represents this. He has no cares in the world, and being a droid, he's essentially soulless. Because of his in-the-moment living and selfish attitude, he ends up meaning nothing. He gets disintegrated twice, and Tech, Wrecker, and Omega have to make a choice. Split and leave Sid, or fight for her. Though she dragged them into this situation, they have become beholden to her ambition. Tech even states that they've had to pull her out of several binds due to her involvement with characters of questionable integrity. The thing that is significant here is that Tech takes responsibility to pilot the racer and save Sid. And thus we get to the ultimate answer of getting out of one's internal prison, taking responsibility and being accountable to your decisions. When Wrecker suggests that they just break Sid out, Tech notes that their military skills are no use in this situation. Malegi will just come after them. They need to break her free, honestly. When the guys go to retrieve Sid from Malegi, she is remorseful for the trouble she caused them. But then her wall goes back up. When Malegi warns the guys about Sid's character, we get the idea that Sid's freedom is at stake this season too. Sid keeps telling the guys that if they get enough money, they can finally be free. But we know that will never happen. At some point this season, it seems apparent that Sid will have to take it upon herself to break free from the clutches of her own ambition and join the Bad Batch on their mission to save their brother clones. This episode was fun to watch, and even more fun to see Tech finally take the lead and save the day. Thanks for watching, and if you like the content and the deeper discussion into the themes found in Star Wars, please hit the like button and subscribe to keep me in your feed.